It is 82 degrees outside here in Georgia, and we call that fall. Welcome to the House of Valentina. Here at the House of Valentina, we talk a lot about bringing adventure home and creating spaces that are unique to you and your story, and we have so much fun. So if this is your first time visiting, or if you haven't hit subscribe yet, go ahead, hit subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. And let's talk about fall, you guys. I am wearing a sweater while the air conditioning is cranked up because, and I can't guarantee that I'm gonna make it through this with this sweater on. But yeah, it's really cute, isn't it, right? I'll leave a link for it down below, along with all the links of the blankets that we show you today, because I realized I have a little bit of a problem. Okay, I have a big problem, okay? You guys are always talking about our I spent $1,000 on blankets video. It's one of the ones that you guys just love. It's brought a lot of you to this channel, and I try to tell you guys, you know, I work as a stylist. We style a lot of homes, and a lot of times I take blankets and they don't come home because, you know, they only sat over the arm for a few days before they went to somebody's house. So I do tend to have a lot more blankets than most people, but I've got to be perfectly honest, I've gone a little overboard. In addition to wearing a sweater and sweating in my sweater, I am sipping on my homemade pumpkin spice latte. I am addicted to these already, and I don't even normally like this, but this creamer that they came out with, this vegan creamer they've come out with, man, it just tastes like there's pumpkin puree in this drink, and it's so good. So just one more little thing that I'll add to your fall list of things. Even if it's sweltering outside, it can feel like fall inside. Oh, so good. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, so I am gonna start with two. There are actually two here, and they look very similar, but they are not the same. And I wanted to show you each of these because I wanted to show you how blankets have different purposes in your home, and you wanna think about the location that you're gonna be putting them in. So I bought this blanket for my son's recent bedroom makeover. And as you can tell, it is humongous and it is amazing. And these are meant to go on your bed. I absolutely love this blanket. I actually thought about going to buy one for my own bed because I really love this. If I show you up close, the little knitting in it is incredible. As you can see, this is enormous. This is the queen size of this. It comes in several colors. A lot of times they're sold out in the stores, so check your local store, but also check online. The quality on these blankets is amazing. And if you're not gonna put it on a bed, I think another place that would be really amazing would be a really large sectional. So next up is the much smaller version of that. It's not the same exact one. This one is also from Target. So it's not the exact same. This one's a little bit darker color. And the knitting, this is from the Threshold collection. And it is super soft. And I saw the reviews that people didn't like washing it, but I loved washing mine because it made it really, really soft. And you guys know, as a stylist, I love styling out a room with a blanket that has a lot of texture and this kind of chunkiness to it. This is what I'm looking for in a blanket. I don't want something that's gonna be boring. I want something that's gonna make an impact. Generally, I have a few exceptions, but none of those are gonna make it to this video today. Next up, we have another gorgeous blanket from Target. It's cozy and it has this sort of fringing on it. You guys ask me all the time about certain blankets that I have in my house, and they're almost always the ones that have the fringe on them. And that's why when I saw this one, I was like, oh, that is so coming home with me. This is incredible. It looks really good styled on a sofa. It looks really good over a chair. It could be thrown on like a twin size bed. I don't typically like throwing a small blanket on a big bed. I just feel like it just looks like it's supposed to be longer, but that's just me. So let's keep going. I bought the teddy bear blanket. If you guys watched my Pottery Barn video from last year, where I took you on a tour and showed you all my favorite things, you know that I went nuts, completely nuts over the teddy bear blanket. Well, I didn't just buy one apparently, so I actually bought two, and one of them is the one in this so cool olive green, like khaki-ish kind of army color this one is from Pottery Barn. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is one of my favorites. It may actually be my favorite. Out of all of these, I love this blanket so much. Oh my gosh, I haven't slept with it against myself. I've laid it over the bed because I don't want it to be like, you know, nappy. But I've been putting it on my side of the bed and it's heavy. So when I sleep under it, it's almost like a weighted blanket and it is glorious, glorious. It is so soft on the back. It's like one of those ultra soft blankets that your kids always want, or like the dog's always wanting to cuddle with, and they're so soft and you just want to touch them constantly. That's this blanket. And then it's just so cool with the teddy bear front, and the whole blanket is so soft. And it's big, it's big. That's what I really like about this blanket. It's significant. And I cannot wait to show you guys. We're gonna do a fall tour. We're working on it right now. The fall tour is coming and you are gonna love where this blanket ends up. It's the perfect piece. I'm in love with it. I'm absolutely in love with it. So I should have stopped because I already owned the teddy bear blanket, but they had this one at Target from the Studio McGee collection. And I walked past it and I said no 3 times, but you know, since we don't have a lot of places to go to lately, it wore me down. Target wore me down. And it's from Studio McGee. They're amazing. I'm so excited for them and all the amazing things that they've been able to achieve, and it's so cool. And oh my God, that's my dream, to have my own line at Target. That is my dream. So when I see that that is achievable and what they've been able to do, I'm just happy for them because that's amazing. And so yeah, so they came out with a teddy bear blanket. I don't think that the back is as soft. And the other thing I will say is that it's not as big. So it's definitely more of like a one-person kind of blanket, but I don't want to take either one of these back to the store. I'm just being totally real with you. I'm probably gonna end up keeping both because they're both really, really good. Okay, you guys, this blanket may not look like much, and I know that sometimes the light, when I've got that window behind me, it's a little hard to tell. This blanket is one of those Sherpa blankets, and it is so soft. Now, little backstory, my daughter had already bought a weighted blanket. She has a little bit of insomnia, has a little trouble sleeping, heard that weighted blankets would help. So she went out and bought a weighted blanket. Well, my youngest decided that he wanted to steal it. Well, the kid who won't sleep past 5 a.m., we have to go and wake him up suddenly at like 8 a.m. So if you are looking for a blanket that is amazingly warm, will help you feel so cozy and safe and enveloped in a world of magic, this is the blanket to go with. You guys know that I've been going to Home Goods a lot lately, and I really liked that it looked like a Burberry blanket. And my oldest, the 15-year-old, he came in and he was like, "Oh, did you get a Burberry blanket?" And I was like, no. But let's pretend like I did, okay? Because I like the plaid, I like this caramel kind of color, and you guys see a trend here. I love the fringe. I think it's just awesome. It's so amazing, and it makes it so fluffy, and it looks so good on the sofa. I cannot wait to give you guys a fall tour of our home so I can show you all the fun things. And I'm telling you, this fall tour is gonna be different from anything you've ever seen before. It's been different for me. I went a completely different direction, and I cannot wait to share that with you. I can barely stand to have this even near me. Oh, it's so, you know what? It was so promising when I saw it on Amazon. It was so promising. But this for me is, I can't even, like, I want to put it down. I'm just gonna try to hold it because try to be fair here for you guys. The backing on it is pretty soft. It's great. Oh gosh, it's so gross. Okay, and I think in camera, and that was the thing that killed me, okay? So I took a picture of it on the sofa and I was like, that looks really good on camera. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't, I can't tell if it looks like actual hair off of somebody's head or like really bad fake fur. It's gross. Okay. It's gross. I'll leave a link so you can see how much it costs, but do not buy that blanket. Ew. So gross. So that is a very bad example of faux fur. But this one's just been hanging out the whole time. Did you maybe notice that from the beginning, that it was just hanging out here? This is one of my favorite blankets I have ever bought. I'm pretty sure this was included in that blanket haul, and I was kind of freaking out because I spent a lot of money, and it's turned out to be the best blanket, quite possibly the best blanket I've ever bought. This one is still for sale at Pottery Barn, and I gotta show you the balance here because that one was so gross, and I really thought it'd be really pretty to add some brown and some creams and some caramel colors and do this different kind of Halloween fall kind of feel this year. So I think that this is, if I was going for another, I looked to see how much it would cost to buy one of these in brown. And if I didn't have so many other blankets at this point, I would definitely go buy this again. I really love this. It's beautiful. It maybe looks a little bit matted it's been about a year, you guys. It's been about a year. And this is the one that I actually sleep with every single night. I don't like put it near me. I just lay it over the end of the bed. But man alive, I love this one so, so much. You guys ask me a lot of times, and I'm gonna show you the last two. The two that you guys ask me the most about in all of my videos are these guys. These are the ones that no matter whose house I'm staging or what I'm doing, they never leave my house. Actually, I've got my trio right here. These never leave, ever, because they are my favorites. The problem is that these came from H&M Home, and I don't know why, but they don't make these specific ones anymore. When you're minimizing the amount of stuff in a room, it can feel a little bit cold. A lot of times you guys tell me if I put up a room that's more architectural, it doesn't have as much stuff in it, some of you guys say it just feels too cold for you. Well, this is how you take those beautiful rooms that only have a few things in them and you just take them to the cozy place. It's blankets, it's a few really well-placed pillows, things that have a lot of texture. You're playing up those factors, so a blanket really can completely transform the sofa, it can transform a bedroom, it can transform any space. So that's why I thought, we're talking about fall, I'm getting ready to do the full fall tour and show you guys everything we've been working on. I just thought, I have so many blankets, I'm just gonna show them to you in one video so that you will know that I am officially not a minimalist when it comes to my blankets, but I am in other areas of the house, and I think that's what makes your house yours and what makes it fun. And yeah, so I'm gonna take my sweater off because it's very warm in here. And then I'm gonna sip my pumpkin spice latte and enjoy a few minutes before my husband and kids return home. And thank you so much for coming by for a visit. I know so many of you tell me that you sit and you drink your coffee or your tea while you watch, so cheers you guys. I always love when you come. It's just the most amazing thing in the world that we get to have this place where we get to be together. So I love that. I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget, if you want to see where these are, go check them out in the links down below. I'll see you soon. Bye. Louie. Hey, sweet puppy. Is it fuzzy down there? Yeah, this is like your heaven, isn't it? Is this your heaven, sweet puppy? You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy.